You are listening to the CWL podcast. Are you ready? Hey, y'all. It's Kate. I am the host of the Creative Women's League podcast. As you can hear, I have my ultra sexy allergy voice on today. Of course, why wouldn't I? It is Orlando. We are always the worst on pollen. I'm just getting used to it, you know? Pop a Zyrtec and deal with my life. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have so many new listeners. It is phenomenal. So if this is your first Mindful Monday, welcome. If this is one of your first Mindful Mondays, thank you so much. If you have been listening to Mindful Monday for a while now, I wish I could hug you. I would. I'd give you a big old bear hug. We've also had a butt ton of new Instagram followers. So hello to the IG followers. If you are listening to the podcast but not on Instagram, I just feel like I should shame you into being on our Instagram. Okay, I won't do that. But really, you should go follow us on Instagram at Creative Women's League. So many awesome things happening over there. Just a way to continue the motivation and to get in touch with this awesome community. If you're not so into that idea, but you do have a Facebook, search Creative Women's League and join the Facebook group. Shout out to all the ladies in the Facebook group. I love you so much. That is a place to ask advice, lend support, share funny memes. We have such a good time over there, and I want you there. And the last of your orders is to subscribe. I'm really just like laying it on with you guys today. But you want to subscribe, right? Because you want to hear this ridiculousness all the time on iTunes or Podbean. I'm also finally smart enough to get these onto YouTube, so you can listen right on YouTube. So today's episode is pretty simple. I wanted to share something with you guys that I have done for a long time now. I've done it on and off, but I notice a lot more peace, a lot more happiness in my life when I do this thing. So every night before bed, I will list 3 things that I am grateful for. So I started this years ago, and I don't know why. And for me, the best time to do it was when I'm laying in bed just before going to sleep. I'll kind of breathe, calm myself down for the day, and list 3 things I'm grateful for. It's so wonderful because it calms me so much. I usually fall asleep almost immediately after. And you just go to bed with such an uplifting outlook of your whole entire day, your whole entire life. Another one of the fun aspects of this is I don't live with my boyfriend, Brad, but we do spend the night together a lot. And right before we drift off together, I will say out loud, 3 things you're grateful for. And I think he kind of expects it, so he's usually fairly prepared. The funny thing is the first time I said this to him, he answered, as everybody does the first time, as I answered the first few times. He answered with his daughter, he answered with his mom, and he answered with me. You know, the things in your life, the loved ones that you truly cherish. And that's what I did the first time. I listed, I don't think I had a boyfriend at the time, but I was like, my pets, because they're cuddling me, and my mom, and my family, and yeah, you list those things. Then after about the 3rd time, Brad goes, I can't keep listing these things. I'm grateful for those things. And that's when we broke through. He's much more literal than I am. I'm kind of the artsy weird one. So when he started listing things like coffee, cheeseburgers, his favorite Die Hard movie, he thought he was circumventing the system. But what he didn't realize is that was the stuff we really wanted to get to. You can't. If you listed the things you were most grateful for in your life every day, it would always be your kids, your family, your loved ones, right? Over and over again. But I want you to really think about the little things, the funny things. Those are great things to be grateful for. Coffee is a fantastic thing to be grateful for. You drink it every morning. Of course you're grateful for it. So here's how I do it. I lay there. I usually do mine in bed as I'm falling asleep, like I said, because It's the time for me to calm and decompress and unpack my day. But you can do it at the dinner table with your whole family. It's a wonderful thing to talk about. So I'll lay there, and what I do is I will list the first 3 things that kind of pop into my brain about my day. I'm grateful for my best friend, Blake. And I'm thinking of that because I'm thinking of all the laughter we had that day. I'm grateful for my job. I'm thinking about that because it was a wonderful day. But a funny thing you'll notice is when you start to unpack your day, our silly little brains will often think of the worst thing that happened. And if that happens to me, I always try to find the gratitude in the situation. My tire was flat, and thanks to some careful planning in my budget, it wasn't the freak out it had to be. I'm grateful that I spilled that coffee on myself because the way my coworkers rallied around me really made me feel loved, even if I did have to do the rest of the day with a stain on my shirt. I am so grateful for all the love and the memories I shared with my grandpa. I'll miss him terribly, but I love him and I am so very grateful for him. The other thing is it's much easier to remember to do this in good times. I am incredibly happy right now. I feel very much like I'm where I'm supposed to be in my career, in my personal life, and things are moving forward. I forgot to do this for a long time because I wasn't very happy. Not to laugh at it and poo-poo it, but when you're kind of grumpy and miserable, you kind of stay grumpy and miserable. So I really need you to try this out and to keep it as a habit, even in the grumpy and miserable times. If you meditate, you can do it before or after meditation. I really like to do it at a time when I'm calm and quiet and centered. Like I said, you can join the whole family in on it, do it over dinner. I love listening to what other people are grateful for. It just helps in turn make you more grateful. It is an awesome, awesome cycle. The other funny thing you'll notice is that not only you, but family members that you get involved, often you'll realize suddenly they've named 5 things they're grateful for, which is fine. It's totally part of the game. I just like to set the bar at 3 because that starts the ball rolling. Gratitude in your heart for exactly what is going on in your life right now, that is going to propel you forward more than you ever know. And then it becomes automatic. It's so cool. The second something kind of crappy happens, you'll see what there is to be grateful for in it. And then when your big, giant successes happen, the gratitude overwhelm will be huge. It's awesome. It stops you from seeing the things that are just crap about a situation. The amazing thing is if you are in a state of gratitude, you won't even believe the amazing, beautiful things that keep coming to you. It is phenomenal. A lot of you know I am so very in love with Jen Sincero. And in her book, You Are a Badass, she says, you cut yourself off from the supply of awesomeness when you are not in a state of gratitude. I mean, think about it. Would you give somebody a gift if every time you did it, they were crap about it? No, you wouldn't. You'd stop giving them gifts. The universe, God, Yahweh, your family, your friends, yourself. You're not going to keep giving gifts to somebody who is not grateful for them. And when somebody is grateful for them and they express true gratitude and you see the joy in their faces for everything that's coming to them, you kind of bend over backwards for them, right? You do anything. Give them whatever because they love it, they appreciate it, they can handle it. So don't hesitate to open yourself up to the awesome things that are available to you by being grateful for what is happening in your everyday life and spreading that gratitude to your loved ones, helping them see the things they're grateful for and perpetuating this cycle of happiness, contentment, and word of the day, I've said it 1,000 times, gratitude. Head over to Instagram. I want to hear 3 things you are grateful for. And I'd love to know if you are going to make this part of your daily routine. I can't wait. I love you guys so much. You are often on my list of things I'm grateful for. Hit that subscribe button if you're liking what you hear. And of course, I will talk to you Wednesday for a new awesome episode of the Creative Women's League podcast. Thanks so much, guys. I love ya. Mwah. You're still here? It's over. Go home.